Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Jeff Carrier, who's the Director of Regulatory Issues at the Carpet and Rug Institute. Jeff, how you doing?
Good. How are you this morning, Kemp?
I'm great. Good to be with you. I wanted to talk to you because just recently there's a model specification for a commercial carpet, kind of a generic specification that you've developed and it's just been approved. First off, Jeff, just a little bit of background on you. How many years have you been at the CRI?
I've been here a little bit over 5 years now, so I'm starting to get settled in a little bit.
Okay. Let's just get into this for a minute. This model specification, who was it created for? Who's going to be using this?
Mostly we were intending this to be a service to the specification community, be it architects, designers, building owners, general contractors, those who have a need to specify and to purchase carpet.
So both A&D and end user on the commercial side. Does this replace another document or is this something new?
Well, it's an update from a document that we've had at CRI for some time. There were some program changes that we had here in the CRI that necessitated the modification and the modernization of the document.
What are some of the changes that have happened? I mean, how is this document different than what there was before?
Well, I think there's one overarching aspect of it, and that is we have focused on communication and how an architect, designer, specifier communicates to the retailer, the distributor, the mill, what kind of area they need and what kind of performance they need out of the carpet itself. And using those improved communication tools, the sales force, the representative, the retailer can then provide carpets that best match what that specifier is looking for.
Now, who all was involved in the development of this document?
Well, we had representatives from CRI, of course, but also the bulk of the heavy lifting was done by technical and marketing folks from the mills themselves who give us the type of performance characteristics that are required and the answers to some of the questions that they commonly encounter from the specifier and design community, basically what they're looking for.
Okay. Now, I would think that many of these major mills would have their own model specification. So what's the need for like Carpet and Rug Institute to have one?
One of the questions that we received pretty commonly was, how do I specify carpet? And when we would refer to their favorite mill or to their retailer, the answer that we would usually get is, we can't talk to them. That violates our bid process. We have to talk to somebody who is not affiliated with a customer. So what we did was to take all of the marketing aspects out of this and just keep it to what are the essentials of the carpet and what are the design and the performance characteristics that we need to ensure, away from all of the marketing claims and the different sales characteristics that are used.
Okay, so you're being seen as somewhat of an unbiased, objective source for information. Is that what it is?
That's right.
It's about, 20 pages or so. Tell us a little bit about some of the meat that's in it. I know there's some charts in here that talk about different areas where you might install carpet and whether or not that has light, medium, or heavy or extreme traffic. And then you go into talking about tough bind and backing type. Give us some more details about what it covers.
Right. The older document itself was upwards of almost 50 pages, I believe, and what we did was really consolidate. We brought that down to about 14 or 15 pages and really focused on what are performance attributes and characteristics that you really need and that really are relevant to a particular installation. And you referenced the recommendations there, that we list a number of, a page and a half of different kind of environments, such as a private office in a commercial building or a school hallway, things like that, and give a general recommendation of what kind of foot traffic level would be experienced in that kind of place, so that a specifier who maybe is not sure about how much foot traffic their area is going to get, they have some reference to say, okay, this should be a moderate area or a severe area. And from that is a big step in communicating to the sales force what kind of durability they're looking for. And of course, we do have the list of standards, the ASTMs, the AATCC, and the well. So those things are covered. But to be honest, a lot of people, those numbers don't mean anything. And what they need is to know that in their area that this is going to have enough durability and enough performance to make them happy with their purchase.
Okay. I was noticing on that chart where you talk about traffic levels that the only area that's extreme is in the transportation category, as airport ticketing, rail cars. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is a very specific subset of performance areas and use areas that honestly gets traffic like no place else. It's constant, it's heavy, it includes such things as rolling luggage and service carts and things like that. It's a brutal environment. It's really, really a tough environment.
It's an area actually where we've seen some deselection of carpet recently. I know the metro trains up in Washington had carpet, and that was taken out. In Atlanta, you'll notice there's still carpet in the waiting room areas, but not down those main corridors.
Yeah, and that's a shame. Hopefully this commercial model specification is something that can help those purchasers put the right kind of carpet in place. They put the right kind of carpet in place, and then, as referenced in the forward, if they install it correctly and then care for it correctly, they will get good performance and satisfaction out of it.
I see you have two different sections for broadloom and for modular tile.
Right, and that was one of the ways that we really consolidated the document a lot. We had it broken down into separate specification sheets, and when we started looking at it, we thought, gosh, a lot of these performance attributes are really identical, from broadloom with cushion, broadloom without cushion. So we really brought that all together and just gave a checkbox kind of system to select what sorts of broadloom and what sorts of modular tile specifiers interested in.
You know, sometimes it's interesting when you do something like that to bring your intended audience. Did you get any A&D input into this as you were working on it?
No, we got a lot of interest from the A&D community saying, well, we can't wait to see it, can't wait to see it. So we didn't reinvent the wheel. All we did was just shine it up a little bit and make it a little bit more easily useful.
Okay, and where can people find this if they want to see it?
Right now, we don't have it published yet. It will be on our CRI website. They're doing some editing and some final publication on it right now. Hopefully, we'll have it up on the CRI website within the next couple of weeks.
Okay, great, Jeff. Well, it's good to talk to you. Again, been talking to Jeff Carrier, who's Director of Regulatory Issues with the Carpet and Rug Institute, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.